So I'm here with my friend Ruth and we're just doing a little bit of traditional Zambian cooking. Oh, got a bit of a breeze there. So we've got our charcoal on the brazier, and in the pot is some pumpkin leaves, and we're about to add some ground nuts, peanuts to the mixture. See nice green veggies and ground peanuts, or ground nuts as they call them here, because they are from the ground. And then add tomato, and some onion. And then once that started to cook, you can see here we've got some breakfast meal. It's millie meal. It's made from corn, so ground corn meal. So we're going to make some nshima, which is the main staple carbohydrate here. You boil it with water and make a dough. We'll be doing that in a minute as well. And then we've got what they call kapenta here, which is a small fish, and we'll fry those up with some onion and tomato as well to eat together. So Ruth, what do you do? Now that we've mixed the ground nuts in, we just leave it to boil for a bit?
Yep.
Okay. How long?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
For the ground nuts to be cooked.
So next we're going to do the fish. So we've put a pan with some oil to warm up, and we rinsed the fish earlier. Let's see here. Oh, not quite hot enough yet. So we're just going to wait for the oil to warm up. Right, the oil's looking like it's hot enough now. Some sea salt. You'd like me to add more, wouldn't you? Ruth and I always have this fight over how much salt to add. I don't want to add much and she always wants more. So we just leave this to get nice and crispy? How long do you think that's going to take?
Probably maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes. Or
That long?
I don't know.
You don't know. You just cook it till it's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now we're doing that. Let's check the time.
Okay, what's the time now? Let's have a look. 14:33. We'll see how long it takes. Okay. So it's been about 5 minutes. It's getting all nice and crispy. And now we're gonna add onions and tomatoes. See, what I would want to do is also add chili and peanuts. My Chinese side of me, that's what I want to add. But we've got ground nuts in the vegetables anyway, so that will give the flavour.
Alright. Can I put some chilies or no?
And we can just add chili sauce after.
Oh.
I need to get a bit of you in the video.
No problem. That's not a problem.
Not just your hands.
I love when it smells the onions.
Sweetens it, doesn't it? And now for the tomatoes. These are tomatoes nice and fresh from my friend's farm. And the vegetables that we got are fresh from Ruth's garden, freshly picked. Sadly the onion isn't from I do have onions in my garden, but this one isn't from my garden. Right, so we just wait until the tomatoes are cooked down, yeah? Okay, ready.
1 minute.
It's starting to smell really good. Can't wait to eat it. But we need to make the nshima first. So that's going to happen next. Okay, so the fish is done now. And we're going to do the maize meal. So, boiling water in the pot. Or was boiled. Watch your feet spilling. Yep, I think that might have been hot.
No.
Did you want the bowl? Is that easier to pour? Try hold it.
So much wick.
It's to get you hungry.
No.
And then usually the type of wooden spoon that gets used is a flat one. So it's flat on both ends so that it's easier to sort of stir and squash any lumps out. You just slowly add it so that you don't get lumps. You see she's kind of sifting it in her hands and stirring at the same time so you get a nice smooth paste. You can see it thickens up quite quickly with the water being already hot. Okay, so this is a kind of soupy, thick cream kind of consistency. And then what normally happens now, Ruth?
We're gonna put the lid on and let it boil, cooked
Okay.
for probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then we
And then
we'll add more.
okay. Add more maize meal.
Yeah.
And then get it nice and thick. Okay. So let this boil for a bit first. Let it get really cooked down.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It's too thick.
That's why you put the lid on. Yeah, so you can eat this as porridge instead. So sometimes for morning breakfast, you'll just have it like this. You won't add more cornmeal, but have it as a porridge. I like it with peanut. I actually like adding peanut butter to it. But traditionally, what would you add, Ruth?
Or they put groundnuts
Uh-huh.
and then maybe just butter and sugar.
Okay.
And normally they put peanut butter, peanut nuts,
Ground peanuts.
peanuts,
Ground nuts. Okay.
and sugar.
Yep.
Because it's nutritious too.
Filling.
Yeah.
Definitely filling. Yeah.
Many men they don't like it. They say it makes them being lazy when they eat porridge.
Oh, because it's too heavy.
It's just, I don't know, it's just the thing. They're saying that men can't eat porridge because it makes them feel lazy after they eat. I think it's a feeling, yeah.
Okay. Okay, time to add some more cornmeal, maize meal to this. It's a pretty hot day though. You can see Ruth sweating. She's complaining about being over the fire. It was definitely hot earlier. In the car, the temperature a few hours ago said 33, so I think it's a bit hotter than that now. And in front of the fire, it's even worse. So depending where you're from, so I know in Kenya and Tanzania this is called ugali, and in Zimbabwe it's called sadza, and in South Africa they tend to call it pap, and in Nigeria we call it corn food or fufu. Yeah. So it's
in England.
In England we don't really eat it. The closest thing to this is polenta, I think, that we would have in England. But even not many English people have eaten polenta, I don't think. It's quite hard work. Yep, it is hard work. It gets quite thick and you have to really stir it well so it doesn't get lumpy. So we've added a bit more. It's got a bit thicker, as you can see. It's kind of the consistency of soft mashed potato. You don't want to get it too thick either, because as it cools down, the sort of temperature that you're going to eat it thickens up more as well. Some people like this really thick and hard. Personally, I prefer it a bit soft and not too hard. Okay, so now this is a consistency that we like. We're just going to put the lid on again for a little bit to get it to cook down, and then it'll be ready to eat. Yay! Oh, then Ruth, afterwards, can we leave it on the fire so it goes crispy on the bottom?
I know.
It's my favourite piece. It almost is like, so if you take out what you want from the pot and just leave the bits in the bottom and let it crisp up, it's a bit like tortilla chips. I love that bit. And then we're going to leave that to crisp up. Yum yum. Okay, let's go and eat. So we bought the food inside to dish up just so that we could be a bit cooler and away from flies and heat and things. So this is how it looks on the plate. And then I just wanted to get Ruth to show how the food is traditionally eaten. So it's eaten with hands and not with cutlery. So you take a piece of the maize meal, cool it in your hands, form a bowl and scoop up some of the what they call relish, which is the accompaniment, your protein and vegetables to eat. Good. Unfortunately, we forgot about our pot that we left on the stove, so it got a bit burnt, but it did mean actually that everything peeled away nicely and it wasn't difficult to wash up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy it. Please remember to give me a thumbs up if you did, and I'd love to see any comments that you would like to leave, especially if you have any traditional foods that you enjoy cooking, or if there's any other Zambian foods that you would like me to try and cook and taste. I'd really enjoy that. So please do subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care.